Hey guys, in this video we're going to talk about Unity standard assets which we've mentioned in class, but today we're going to focus on first-person controller and what that means for a camera and movement. Because let's say that we have a character and we don't want to write our own character movement or camera follow script. We're going to use the Unity built-in assets. Actually, it's not built in, we need to download it, but if you haven't installed it already, you'll notice that if you go to Unity and you want to download the standard assets, go to Assets and go to Import Package. If you see nothing in this list, then you're going to have to go to the unity.com and download the installer and then check the standard assets folder. Because if you don't have that, then you need to put that onto your system. So let's say that you've already downloaded it and you see this list. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be adding the asset packages for camera and characters. So let's just do that. I'll talk you through it. Again, assets, import package, cameras. And what it actually does is brings up the whole menu for the ones that we had just seen. All of these guys here are actually on this drop-down list here. And it's ticking off the ones that we need. Camera. You can see that it has the camera selected. And then we also want to select characters. Where's characters? Let's see if we can show that. Let's just go with camera first then. Maybe I was wrong about the other stuff. So we just want to have camera. We're going to import. So you'll see that in the standard assets folder, it has the camera stuff in it. Let's see if we can get the character stuff. Characters package. There we go. Characters, and let's just make sure that we have everything. It may look like this. Make sure that you select everything for the characters. This includes some 3D models, third-person camera, first-person camera, and some prefabs that you could use. So this video is not going to touch on everything, but I encourage you to look at the information inside these packages. They have some info files that will talk you through how to implement some of these prefabs or built-in components. So for example, we're in the standard assets folder, and in the cameras folder they have some guidelines, and you can open this up in an external editor or you can read it from here, and they just talk you through how you might apply some of these scripts or prefabs that they have built in. In this case, we want to talk about using the first-person camera, and we're going to go to prefabs, look at, which one is it? I believe it is the free look camera. Let's see. We might not have to do this. Back out. Let's go to characters and go to first-person character. Go to prefabs. Open up the prefabs, and we have the FPSController. I'm going to just drag this guy into the scene. Pretty sure this is going to work. And I'll double-click on it so we can see it comes with. If we look in the inspector as well as the hierarchy, you can see that it comes with a character controller and a first-person controller. And does it have a camera? It does come with a camera, so it should be able to control everything that we want. So although that we have this FPSController in the scene, you'll notice that it has no body to it. It does have a capsule character on it, so for all purposes that you may want, let's say that you're designing a game that doesn't have an obvious body to it. This could work out for you because then you can have movement and camera look. So my character that I had before is not being used at the moment. So if you want to have him be part of the body, you can make him a child of this object. I believe that should still work. And one thing that we want to make sure that we do is we zero out this position here. Double click back into this object and then raise my character object so it's about this tall. Okay. Go back here, We'll get into maximize on play, and then get into play. You'll see that I can move around, look, ooh, there's our character. We might have to reposition so that we see less of our character. You'll see that the camera is there at the moment. There's actually two cameras. We want to get rid of the other one. Let's see, character. FPS is my dude that I created earlier. Don't want him there. Let's get rid of our main camera because we don't need him anymore. Let's FPS character. Off the main camera, get rid of this camera because we know that the FPS controller comes with a camera object here and it's displaying to display 1. Let's see if that changes anything. The FPS controller, the standard assets controller, comes with jump functionality, and let's look at that real fast. Some things that you may want to tweak. Looking in here, FPS controller, first person controller script is where we can adjust things like walk speed, run speed. These all should make sense to you right now. Run step, lengthen, jump speed, head bob. So they have some basic animations in there controlled by this curve. So you can see that it looks like he has some head movement when he moves around. Great. So what's the next step? What do we say we want to have in this video? Camera and movement. So this is going to be a really short video. We'll make another one to talk about having animations in a second, but let's just back up, say what we did. We don't really need this guy, so let's just drag him out. What you can do, what we did in this video was go standard assets, import package, import the characters and cameras. Inside the character there is a first person controller. Go to standard assets, look at the characters, prefabs, drag this FPS controller into the scene, and which comes along with controller script, lets you move around with the arrows and the WASD keys. Spacebar gives you jump, and along with that comes a camera and an audio listener. Next video we're going to talk about some animations and 3D objects in space that make sound. Great, thanks, bye.